say today, do I? I'm just kind of hanging.
We're live. I hate you guys. We're live here at Epic Headquarters. We have a special guest here today.
I'm not special anymore.
You are
Very
they've
special
They've
guest.
seen me enough.
You're special. And he's got his black shirt on. He must have known he was going to be on the stream today.
No haircut though. Sorry guys.
Good, so that you don't look like you're 15. So another great video by Zack, the top 5 of the week.
Always amazing.
Drew's air rocks, the double kill.
Yeah,
And I like
crazy.
how he kind of pointed out where it was actually happening.
I like the goo.
The
The goo falling into the goo.
The guy,
Goosception.
his name was like Slimes in 2 or something like that, so, which was funny. He just could not stay out of the goo. And then he gets that air goo kill
Yeah.
from the goo.
Oh, did you want that belt? Sorry about that.
Yeah, that was pretty
Those
awesome.
are very satisfying when you get them, though.
Make sure you come and play with us again on Friday. We
Yep.
had a really nice time last week.
4 p.m. at Eastern Standard Time.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people playing, which was really cool. I was having trouble getting into a game, which was kind of annoying. But
I know we were running one giant CTF. I'm sure people were like, "Oh, why
Yeah.
are there 20 people?" It was just fun. Though.
It
we
made it
might
really
have
easy
somebody
for me
to
complaining
defend,
about that
though.
on the team, maybe.
Whoops.
Why are these big games? But they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got in a game with Eris and some other people that were like too good, and wound up in last place a couple times. Not every time.
They know what they're doing out there.
I got killed a bunch, but playing those overstuffed CTF matches is fun. Just playing
Yeah.
D is like duck hunting.
Because you know
They
you're
kept
gonna get-
popping up and
Exactly.
got a
Because you know you're
few.
gonna get a kill. Those are the great matches for new players too, because they get a kill or 2 or 3 or 4, and it's like, hey, this game is pretty cool. Instead of getting into a game like with 10 pros and
That volcano base is maybe a little bit defensible too, so that's a little fun to just throw cores at people trying to make the jump across.
Yeah.
A little Mordor battle.
Yeah,
that's,
for
that's
sure.
definitely not
There's-
fun when you're playing with like two.
I dropped into the lava at least 6 times, so I was not helping.
Yep, that was good. Also, we want you to take a look. Head to our Facebook page or our Twitter page. UT Game Facebook is Unreal Tournament. One of the guys from Linux Gamer made a retrospective video of Unreal, and it's pretty cool.
Yep.
Not everybody agrees with everything he says, but whoever
Surprise,
does.
surprise.
On the internet? What?
But it's really cool to take a look back, and the guy is very knowledgeable, and it's always a lot of fun to watch. I've watched it 3 times already, so it's really cool. And thank you for doing the video. So Linux Gamer, it was very, very awesome.
Awesome stuff.
So we have some space guns, I think.
A little bit.
Space guns.
Yeah, a couple. We diving right in? Let's pull them
We
up.
are.
Let's do it.
Let's do
Boom.
it. Oh snap!
I had not shown any blingy renders in a while, so I was up late last night prepping some rocket launcher.
Yeah, I asked you if you were ready today, and I was up most of the night doing this, so
They're just so
appreciate.
gorgeous.
Well, it's always fun. I like having a little mini deadlines in between the whole dev process because it really pushes you to do something that, not that you think is awesome, but that you're just not embarrassed about, and gets you further to that finish line. And so this is still work in progress. It's only about 70 to 75% complete. So that previous ones were kind of the side views. This is showing the articulation of the first person view. So the image on the left is just kind of the idle. The image, it shows it starting the reload process.
Boy, is that awesome!
And then on the next one, you'll kind of see it locking in the rocket, and then the clamps and things latching down.
So if you're on the thread and you look at this stuff, you can just read the text at the top left, and you'll know what's going on.
And then this is it firing, and then the barrels, of course, rotating. So if you guys have been playing with the current build, you've seen the prototype mesh in there. That was a super, super rough prototype, both for the mesh and the animation, and of course the materials and all that stuff is super temp. This shows you a little bit closer to what it might look like when it's finished, even though it's still a work in progress.
There were some people in chat, of course, talking about the color. Now, you want to talk
think
about a little bit about that?
The next image should... Nope. This shows
Oh, but still,
him
look at that.
relation to
Beautiful.
size. This looks way too massive to me. I don't know. It's a very chunky weapon. You certainly will see somebody coming. So maybe I'll need to scale down the barrels, do some different things, modify the third person to make it fit better. But I was really working towards the first person view on this pass because that's always the hardest to please and get everything locked in, make those barrels feel nice and chunky.
I think being overscaled in game may actually be a good thing. We tend to overscale them a little bit just so that they're really visible. I mean, you want people to know that you're carrying a rocket launcher.
Yeah, some guy jumping off a wall, flying through the sky and moving quick, you want to be able to notice that.
Yep.
And they are shooting tiny missiles, so, you know, it's probably going to be a chunky thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be loaded up.
Oh, that top view, too.
So this kind of shows a few of the different views. The color stuff, everybody talks about the colors. When I'm doing the work in progress and the prototype meshes and all that stuff, it's just temporary, and I'll actually change stuff around, juggle the colors just to get some fresh eyes on it. Sometimes it helps you see the forms better and make adjustments and things like that. The reason why it's this color in most of these renders is just an homage to the awesome concept that Gooba did.
Yeah.
And it's a nice color. I like it.
Yeah, it's got that military style. And same thing with Gooba. I think he was just trying something new, mixing things up to see some forms different. So that was continuing on that, but it's not permanent. And this shows the third person.
Oh, man.
So there's some different colors. There's the red, and the top one looks a little similar, but it's white. And so one of the cool things about the link gun thread is we had the more of a neutral colored renders, and people are doing paint overs and stuff like that and suggesting color palettes and all sorts of cool things like that. So as soon as the stream's over, I'll go back and post all these renders, and hopefully you guys can start pitching in with comments, crits, paint schemes,
pink ones,
all that fun stuff. Pink ones.
Beautiful. Oh, that's a nice shot right there.
And then this is another shot of the black version. I did this for Perna because if you ever want something approved easily, you just got to murder it out, make it really dark and sinister.
The best color is murdered out, let's be honest.
And then he's like, it looks awesome, ship it. Just by changing the color. So that's what's crazy. Changing the color really affects people's perception of the shapes and the forms. And so that's why it's fun to kind of experiment with different ones. This last render, you see, I've started to try and figure out the ammo stuff and how they load into the side thing, and then they're fed into the feeder on the front, popped up into the loading channel.
Very cool.
And things like that. So again, very work in progress. Still working out a lot of details and shapes and things myself. Perna hasn't seen this version yet, or he just saw it before the stream. You guys just saw it, so hopefully later on today and tomorrow I'll get some great feedback. Also posting the renders on the forum thread, getting great feedback from you guys out there, and I'll try and get it all wrapped up.
This is another one of those weapons that people have a lot to say about what it looks like and how it acts. One of the things with the shock rifle that you did was you kind of took it apart, and you made this beautiful image that
the working innards
that half of the people on the forums are using for their desktop. Will you be doing another one of those?
Absolutely. No, that's fun. Those are when I was a kid, I was inspired by those cutaway illustrations where you had the submarine ship and then it had the cutaways of all the little engine rooms and things like that. And so probably that and Legos and Star Wars toys and all that stuff is really what planted that seed early on and as a child to do mechy biddles and to really enjoy those things. And so I always try and think about the functionality and build them from the inside out, and that helps me refine the forms. There's a little bit of space gun magic in there, to whereas some things, sometimes you have to take liberties, but for the most part, I really like things to be super believable and have functionality and work. So.
Well, it looks fantastic. Are you going to be posting a forum thread, right?
I will be updating the existing thread with all the new renders as soon as I get back to my desk, and you guys can jump in and see the images, give me feedback. Look forward to it.
Yes, and please do let us know what you think. Do some paint overs. We'll probably have the ability for you to put skins that you create in the marketplace sooner or later. So make sure you jump and get at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring your friends by.
That's going to be the fun stuff.
Yep.
What are you doing over there, Zach?
Just getting ready for a few things, maybe. You guys brought me on a little bit today to talk about some of the updates that Matt's been making to Showdown, the game type that we released in the last build.
Matt was too busy to be here with us.
Yes, he's too busy getting ready to own me on stream. So it's going to be awesome. I'm going to throw in the chat here a link to the thread that he just opened that's got some details on the game type. I know we released it. We didn't really give a
lot
tremendous
of
breakdown about it, but he's going into a lot more details there. What's up, everybody in chat? So we're going to go into game here. Matt's waiting on DM Tuba. We've just been playing this a little bit back and forth.
So before we came over here, we were doing a little Periscope, and we went to the room that has all the cool toys in it, and we got you your mouse because you had a wireless mouse in here before.
And it might have died midstream, yeah.
And it might have died midstream last time you played.
And plus, he would have used it as an excuse.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
And I
now
have no
he has,
excuses.
now
We
he
still have a
has
wireless keyboard,
the
so it
ultimate
could be.
mouse.
That dodge.
I've got a few
I would have made that
planned.
dodge if.
I've got a few planned in case something bad happens here, which it most certainly will.
He has a 518 now, so.
I'll trip over the cord and accidentally unplug it.
Excuses.
So we're getting started here. We're going to spawn. First things first, you get a map of the actual playing area. We're going to see that Matt's going to pick his spawn location, and typically I would then get to choose my location. So you get a lot more information about where somebody's going to spawn, the strategy involved with where they're going to be spawning at, and what they're likely going to be doing. So for the people who don't know, Showdown's a game mode where everything kind of spawns right away. You have 200 HP right now. That's going to go right for the amp and blow me up instantly. That's a pretty nice shot. I'll give you that. So yeah,
I'm sure he's laughing right now.
I lost that round, so now I get to pick my spawn first. I normally go for the shock spawn over here. He's going to pick over by Goo. He or I am. Okay, so there's a few bugs that we need to work out here. But yeah, so that's the whole premise of it. One life, as soon as you die, the round begins again. And then that's just basically how it goes, back and forth.
Oh,
yeah.
you got the armor, nice.
Yeah, I want to pick up armor. I want to try and get a few more guns. He's going to throw some quarters in here and probably try and hurt me. Let's see, did he get rocks yet? Nope. Oh, but he's going to give me a free trip. But yeah, so there's a back and forth, quite a bit of a poke. Right now, if he does too much damage to me, I can kind of go back and try and recover back up to 200. So there are some.
So there's
kind
still
of
health pickups.
Yeah, so you still want to go ahead and try and get some stuff. Let's see.
You let him get that damage.
Yeah,
now.
he's going to strike me, Amp is
You're
super
about to
strong in
get
this,
schooled.
but he does only have it for 15 seconds. So that's the give and take, right? Is that I can try and go get some really powerful weapon or go get all the armor and health and everything else. If he picks up Amp and plays super aggressive, then he'll be able to squash me. But there are some long-range poke guns that I can get to try and keep him away from me. Yeah, it kind of always plays differently. He started to see a lot of tendencies and paths that I will typically take, and then from that, he'll learn and try and adapt his strategy to that. I'm just going to pop my head here because I'm snobboing. But yeah.
You got this. You got this.
Right. Let's see.
Oh, I hate when he does that.
Yeah.
I think he's going up, and I'm facing the other way, and
Yep.
he gets me every time he does that.
So there are 5 rounds. It's best, well, not best of 5, but first 2-5 wins, and then you basically get map vote and get to go to another map. And it plays a lot different on every map. Some maps that have belt, I go for that because it's going to spawn right away. Normally Matt, when we play, he'll typically go straight for every other armor on the map and maybe try and get a few other things. So yeah, you just always want to be really aware of what the map always has and know that it's going to be there right away.
So what about ammo? Is it the same for every weapon, or?
Yeah, so ammo is your typical ammo, but since ammo and the weapon only spawn one time, you're definitely going to want to try and pick up as much ammo and the weapons as you can. I actually try and go around and deny a lot of stuff too when I'm not playing like crap. But yeah, so a lot of it is
the
just
stress of being on the stream.
right. It's like go get all the things. And prevent him from getting any. I've actually even done some stuff before that's kind of annoying to deal with, where I'll damage myself just enough to go and just start denying health packs all over the map, and there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with it.
Almost play it speed run at the beginning.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
To scoop up all the goodies.
It's kind of like get stacked almost. Some people say it's like TAM, but I think it's completely different. You basically, instead of everyone getting completely
Whoa.
loaded, yeah, he just dropped on me with a 3-pack. instead of getting completely loaded and dealing with all that, you have to be mindful of the other person, their route, and what they're going to try and get you with.
Is the community playing this as well?
I've seen some games. We've got some awesome duelists who have streamed a few matches on this. I'd really like to see them try and stream a bit more. We'd be interested to see what they can kind of do with it, pushing it out and testing the limits of it. I know some people have had some complaints about spawns, or there's a few issues that are going on with it. But come on, Gio.
Go get them.
Close. But yeah, it's one of those things of try it out, tell us what problems you're facing with it, what you think we could change to make it better. Like, give us some serious feedback, and we want to look into trying to change a few things around.
So is this your favorite map to play Showdown on?
ASDF's a lot of fun. A lot of people in the office like Tuba just because it's got interesting geo. It's got a lot of cool power ups. There's an amp on it, all the weapons, and there you go. But yeah, it's a fun map. I like solo a lot. ASDF, those are two of my favorite maps just in general. So.
Is this in the current build?
This is in the current build. The only thing that they do not have access to right now is the new spawn system and the way that the big overview map that you get at the beginning there to pick what spawn that you want to have.
And they'll be able to get that?
That will be in the next build.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have a little bit more polish on it as well and fix some of the other outlying spawn issues.
That's awesome. So yeah, guys, do we have a thread going about Showdown yet?
We do.
Okay.
I'll post again in the chat. Just anybody who's interested in either jumping in the conversation, finding out more details about it, just hop in that thread in the chat and let us know what you think.
Can post the thread to the Rocket as well.
Yep. Let's see if I can find that real quick for you.
Should be in the top.
Yeah, so jump in the forums today, guys, and give us some feedback, especially about Showdown, because it's really fun. A lot of the duelers are playing it instead of just playing regular Duel, because they're really enjoying it. So make sure you jump in and let us know what you think.
Cool, yeah, and also check out in the chat, I'm dropping a rocket launcher thread link as well.
We should do some Showdown on when we play this Friday.
4 o'clock, yeah, if you want to showdown against me, I'm sure Matt would like to showdown against some people in the community. He needs it. Come beat him up for me.
Not me. I'll be in the largest CGF match I can find. Trying to get some freebies.
I'll be in DM, usually, that's where I am. That's where you can find me. So make sure you come play with us at 4 p.m. So we have some really cool concept art this week. Race has done the hydraulic map, and he hasn't had a chance to work on it for a while. He's been, looking for some inspiration. He got some cool concept art from the community, and he's recently jumped back in, and he was looking at Stalwart for some information, for some inspiration. That's one of my favorite maps. I love Stalwart from the first UT. So we have some images of how far he's come. It's starting to look really great. I'm really excited to play it. So this is going to be our concept art of the week. I'm also going to put some more pictures up in the blog post tomorrow, so you can see more pictures, and be sure to go and give him some feedback, because I want to see this map finish, because I think it's looking fantastic.
It is. It's looking really cool.
Come join us tomorrow for the Unreal Engine stream at, what time, Shell? 2? Yeah, 2 o'clock. And do we know what's on it next week?
Awesome.
Tomorrow?
I don't know right now.
It's awesome stuff. It always is.
It's always awesome.
Really, really
and Chance
cool
is here.
things.
So Chance is back.
Chance is back.
So yeah, make sure you stop, and make sure you come back next week, and we'll see you then.
See
you,
ya.
everyone.
Bye.